right. So as I am here battling on Twitter, I'm sending a call out to Joey, seeing if he will join me. And maybe he will, and maybe he won't. But I'm sending this call out. I say, says who? The title of the show. Says who? Who makes these rules? Under whose authority? Who makes policy? How do people change their mind? Because I think at some point people have all had a moment where they've said, says who, or they've been told after they made a statement that they thought was completely ingenious. Says who? Where did you get that from? Particularly as you go on the internet and you go on different sites, someone is going to challenge your ideas and your perceptions of things. And that is the reality of the situation. Certain realities are not too pleasant. Sometimes people will come up with ad hominem attacks. Best thing to do with that is to stay calm and rational. Don't let the personal attack rattle you. Keep your composure and focus on the facts and logic and the logic of your argument. Acknowledge and redirect. Acknowledge the personal attack briefly, and then immediately redirect the conversation back to the topic at hand. For example, you could say, I'd prefer to focus on the issue we are discussing rather than personal matters. Stick to the issue. Keep the conversation centered on the merits of the argument itself. Respond with facts, evidence, logic, and reason that support your position. Ask for clarification. Politely ask the person to clarify how their criticism of your character or background relates to the argument. This can prompt them to refocus on the actual topic. Sometimes not, though. You'll find that people will, if they are really highly motivated and egotistical, that may not happen, and it's sometimes to avoid altogether. Maoism roots refer to the ideology and principles associated with Mao Zedong, the founding father of People's Republic of China and the leader of the Chinese Communist Party from its establishment in 1949 until his death in 1976. Maoism, or Mao Zedong, thought was a specific brand of Marxist-Leninism that incorporated Chinese peasant-based revolution, mass mobilization. And some would say that modern day wokeness is, well, they would say that Maoism is Marxism with American characteristics, and wokeness is Maoism, or much of wokeness is Maoism with American characteristics, particularly those with race. Many social justice movements, or many people in social justice movements, are about self-promotion. Some of the individuals within these social justice movements may prioritize recognition and acclaim over collective goals overall. Competition and conflict. The egotism within these movements often lead to internal power struggles. And this is just with any large-based movement. Selective allyship. Many individuals may engage in performative activism or selective allyship, where they support only a specific cause or issue that align with their personal interests, rather than showing consistent support for the broader goals of a movement. It's essential to recognize that egotism is not inherent to social. Some say it is essential to recognize that egotism is not inherent to social justice movements. I disagree. I think they are inherent to social justice movements. Any movements that have power are going to have egotists attached to them. I'm just here Wealth is created. Wealth is created refers to generation or an accumulation of resources and assets within an economy. Dialectical materialism, I'll go into that a little bit later. I was hoping that Joey would show up. I did something on anger management and stoicism. Anger awareness, recognize the triggers that lead to anger, and understanding the physical and emotional signs of anger arousal, cognitive restructuring, challenging and changing the negative thought patterns that contribute to intense anger. Relaxation techniques, practicing deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, meditation on mindfulness to calm the body and mind. Communication skills, learning effective communication skills to express concerns, frustrations in a non-confrontational manner. Problem solving, identifying and addressing the underlying issue that contributes to anger, including situations. Time outs, taking a break from the situation to cool down and regain perspective before responding. Sometimes that works. Stoicism, on the other hand, control of emotions. Stoicism teaches that emotions are a result of our judgment and our interpretations of the events themselves. In summary, anger management and Stoicism offer a complementary approach to dealing with anger. While anger management focuses on practical techniques to management and control anger, Stoicism provides the philosophical perspective that encourages individuals to shift their perceptions, develop inner resilience, and find peace by focusing on what they can control and accept what they cannot. It is hard to accept the things you cannot accept or you cannot control. Ego is a strong narcotic. If we interpret this statement of ego as a strong narcotic metaphorically, you might suggest that having a strong ego can be intoxicating, leading individuals to become excessively self-focused or self-centered. This perception suggests that an inflated ego can have negative effects similar to how a powerful drug can lead to dependency and have adverse consequences. I believe to a degree it's like a drug. It's important to note that people's view on the topic can vary widely. Some might agree with this perception believing that unchecked ego can indeed have negative effects on personal relationships, decisions making, and overall well-being. Others might argue that healthy ego is necessary for self-confidence and achieving personal goals. If you're interested in exploring the concept or have questions about ego, narcissism, or related topics, so tips on letting go of your ego. Number one, practice self-awareness. Start becoming aware of your ego-driven thoughts, behaviors, and reactions. Mindfulness meditation can be particularly helpful in observing your thoughts without judgment. Accept your imperfections. Acknowledge that nobody is perfect, including yourself. Embrace your flaws and mistakes as opportunities for growth rather than threats to your ego. You see, you cannot be real until you're honest with yourself, and many times your ego will not accept, or your ego does not see how you really are. Cultivate humility. Recognize that you don't have the right. You don't have to be right all the time. Listen to others and be open to learning from them. Humility allows you to value other people's opinions and experiences. Detach from outcomes. This is rather hard for me. I guess I'm still like that child that's arguing with my father, or that teenager that's arguing with my father, and I still want to win the argument, and that is a true waste of time. You're not going to get what you want, but you might get something, and I certainly wish that I had the insight that I did years ago. That I did after my father died. I allowed my ego and my anger to get the better of me. And now you, let me hear this out. He's bored already. When I was just by myself and I was reading my AI chats, I thought that I was spitting out reality, but I will allow Liberty. If Liberty wants to come in, I will send a link, and if anyone else wants to come in and chat, let us have a moment of Says Who. It is open if you want to come. I will continue to read my chat. Let go of comparisons. I did that a while ago. Constantly comparing yourself to others can fuel your ego's need for validation. Focus on your own progress and growth rather than measuring yourself against others. Be open to feedback. Embrace constructive criticism as a means to improve. Separate the feedback from your sense of self-worth. So I'm just here. I'm going to wait for Uncle Howard to come in if he wants. If High Ridge Estates wants to come in as well. Oh, he says, when you break out of your fentanility. Oh my heavens. If he does show up, there's a possibility you might blow his brains out. Good heavens. Where's the warm milk? The elevator music is a funeral home, and that he's bored already. I think perhaps Republic of Liberty has left. And maybe he has. He's left already. I'm sending him a thing. I sent him a link in the chat. Hopefully he will show up. Maybe he won't. He will tell me what an awful person I am, which I already know. He's not telling me anything I don't know. I'm just sitting here waiting for Howard. Perhaps he'll show up. And maybe again, then again, he will not. I just put up Christian Stoicism and Christian faith. Stoicism and Christian faith are two distinct philosophies and religions, religious symptoms, but they do share some similarities and differences. Here's an overview. Stoicism is the philosophy that originated in ancient Greece. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline, rational, and the development of an inner state contentment that is not dependent on external circumstances. I just looked up Stoicism in film. Number 8 was The Matrix. Number 7 was 300. Number 6 was The Revenant. Number 5 was The Gray. Number 4 was Unbreakable. Number 3, Castaway. Number 1 was Gladiator. However, Gladiator did not deal with Marcus Aurelius, dealt with Maximus, a Roman general turned gladiator. God's small penis, how are you?
It's so disappointing.
Tell me why.
There's more sap in this show than maple trees in Vermont.
I've never been to Vermont.
Doesn't matter. Maple trees are all sappy. So are you.
And you have a problem with that, why?
Who said I had a problem with it?
Oh, so you,
Just stating the obvious.
thank you.
If Joe does show up, make sure he has no weapons on him.
Why, you think he might try to commit some form of self-harm?
Probably already has.
Well, I doubt that. But getting back to you, sir, so how could I improve my show?
Go to YouTube and delete your channel.
Okay. Any second any second advice besides just destroying my channel?
Mm-hmm. Self-immolation.
Ah, not the kindest of words from you, but I don't expect kind words from you, Howard.
By the way, is that High
Yes,
Ridge Estates one of those gaffes that were fucking with my channel?
I do not know.
Mm. Notice how clever I am. I called him a gaff. Go read that backwards. God, you're just figuring it out.
What?
What's gaff spelled backwards?
Uh, okay. Homosexual.
Hmm. Yeah, talk about sappy. What a disappointment. That's the biggest draw you got, is this one? Oh my god. Where's Joe?
Joe is, I don't know.
He's left you on your own.
He's left me on my own. Ayn Rand? Ayn Rand?
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand, 1905 to 1982.
Yeah?
Emphasis on individualism.
No. Selfishness.
Selfishness. Would you say extreme individualism?
Selfishness.
Selfishness. Some would say that she had a simplistic view on altruism.
How so?
Rand strongly criticized altruism as incompatible with
Yes.
her philosophy.
Found it immoral.
Do you find it immoral?
I do, yeah. But I discovered objectivism when I was 20. And
And
that
you,
was 41 years. And that was 41 years ago. Care to know where I discovered it?
where?
University.
Of Pennsylvania? Of
Yeah. Yes. In Philadelphia. I read objectivism and I jumped right into it. It was part of a moral philosophy course. It's the only course I ever got 100 in.
so we live in a society that
No, you live in a society. I don't live in that society. You live in a society where they go to Walmart and they steal everything.
yes, what would
I have
happen?
I have noticed that the complexion of the people who are doing those that kind of stealing seem to be very similar.
Yes. So what would happen if in stealing in Thailand, if a groups of hooligans decided to
No,
ransack?
Ties wouldn't put up.
Does Thailand practice judicial corporal punishment?
Yeah, your fascination with this is interesting.
I'm just asking.
But you give away a lot.
How so?
Tells me a lot about you.
What's that?
How much leather you have in your closet?
Very little.
I find that surprising. I hear you got laid.
Oh my heavens.
So it's not been years.
What do you think of laissez-faire capitalism?
I think you should strive for it. Wow.
But
I think I need to drink something.
perhaps you do.
Yeah, the skin on the back of my hand a little bit. Yeah, I can pinch it and it stays up. I think I'm
That's
dehydrated. No,
maybe
it's not very nice at all.
maybe you need to take a nice little thing of water. It might help you.
A nice little thing of water. What does that look like?
Well, let me rephrase. A nice glass of water,
Hmm.
or
I prefer tea.
that's also good for you as well.
Sure it is.
So, how can a nation get to laissez-faire capitalism?
It's laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire capitalism
Laissez-faire, like la la la. Oh my
with
god.
with so many people wanting and desiring uh, others' property. Because we do have,
Oh, yeah?
a,
Who's that?
well, in America, and probably in many parts of Europe, uh, they want the right to other people's wealth and other people's property. They always say the rich are not paying their fair share.
That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in the world. The rich are not paying their fair share. Tell me, what is their fair share?
Some would
I
say,
hear,
yeah.
I hear politicians say all the time, fair share. What is a fair share? Give me a number.
Well, one very liberal person said 50% of the wealthy.
Why would I listen to anything a very liberal person says?
Well, there was a time, from my understanding, that the wealthy, the extreme wealthy, had to pay over 50%
Uh
of
huh.
of their pay. In the
Is there
1950s.
such a is there such a thing as extreme wealth?
Well, people that made over $1 million, from my
Well, where'd you
understanding,
get that? Where'd you get that figure?
it was. Oh, I got it from the movie. There was what's the name of that movie by Michael Moore? He uh,
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore made a movie, and he talked about the 1950s, and he
He
said
made several movies.
yes, but he said that people that made the wealthy 1% paid
Hmm.
over 50% in taxes.
That's him. He's part of the 1%.
Now he is.
He's been there for a long time.
Yes, he has. You know, his first movie, Roger and Me, was kind of a fraud because he actually did interview Roger. I believe it was, I don't know if it was Roger Smith, but he did interview him, and it was very contentious. But in the movie, uh, he was always being told to go away. In the film, I mean, the
Hmm.
documentary is a complete farce.
Yes, they didn't have fentanyl back then. Like they should have given him a packet.
Perhaps. Um,
Yeah,
is marijuana? What drugs are legal in Thailand? Is marijuana? Marijuana's not even legal, is it?
oh, yes, it is.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Is cocaine?
No, but you can buy hashish.
What is the difference between hashish and marijuana? I
I don't
don't.
know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
neither do I.
They have marijuana stores everywhere.
Do you think that's good?
I don't know. I ordered it through the mail.
Do you
Postal
smoke it?
Service delivered it. No, I don't smoke it.
Oh, you eat it.
Yes,
Hmm.
it soothes me, makes me sleep well, fix my back.
Oh, that's good. So long as you're feeling okay.
Oh,
What
I
about
don't
what
think
about
so.
what about shrooms?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I can buy them at a local supermarket, though.
Ah,
I like to cook with them.
I as well.
You don't cook in your kitchen. Who are you kidding? Tell me the last thing you cooked.
I just cooked a steak today, sir.
In what?
A pan.
What kind?
I don't necessarily know the make or model of the pan that I cooked my steak in, but I cooked it.
Well, if you didn't cook it
I
in a
have
cast iron pan, you wasted your time.
very well. I've been to culinary school, believe it or not.
Excuse me? Were you
I went.
picking? Were
Yeah.
you picking somebody up?
No, no, it was a jobs program years ago, and
Hmm.
the rule was you had to show up on time and be sober.
I'm sorry. Is this some kind of community service?
No, no, it was a jobs program, and some of the people there were ex drug addicts and alcoholics. You've never been in a class with those types of people?
No,
Ah, well,
no. Types of people that I take classes with are IT people.
well, I was um, I was trying to learn a trade at that time, and
Now, what happened?
it didn't work out. I didn't like the heat of the kitchen, but I still like making food. It's one of my
Mhm.
joys.
Is your kitchen hot?
No, but a chef's kitchen. Well, the places I worked in, it could get very hot and very uncomfortable. Anyway, Howard, is there anything to add before I call this show a day?
First of all, it's nighttime for you, so how can you call it a day?
All right, I'll call it a night. Anything to add before I call this show a night, Howard?
I think you should go find Joe.
If I find him, I will tell him to come and see you. Is that
Here,
all?
here in Thailand?
Well, maybe he'll see you online, not so much in Thailand.
Yeah, I doubt that.
All right, folks,
When's the
like,
last time? When's the last time you spoke with him?
uh, today actually.
I'm sorry. Did you speak with him today, or did you actually speak with him today? Tell me the difference.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Why do you say actually?
I think it's just a phrase. Is it
Why do you
offensive?
use the word? Why do you use the word up when you heat something?
I'm not sure.
Seems like a waste of word.
Perhaps.
I heated something, or I heated something up. No, if you heat something,
Mm-hmm.
the temperature goes up. Yeah,
That's correct.
right. So why do you use the word up?
Habit.
Get out of it. It's
Perhaps.
wasteful and it's wordy.
Very well. All right, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and share this video if you gain anything. If not, that's fine too. Thank
It's
you.
not a video.
Yes,
Do we see you on this video?
perhaps not. You hear me.
So
All
it's
right.
not a so it's not a video.
Okay, Howard, I'm gone. Show's over.
Mm.